the front court, taking her time. McCarthy sets a high screen for Einstein. A three, deep one is very good. Coughs it up, 2 apiece, 3 minutes gone by. McCarthy, a J from the baseline, feathery.
Wade looking for a lane to drive, gets inside, now kicks it to the corner. Megan Muir for 3 and good.
Will dribble out the clock as she watches the time expire. Your Bedford Bulldogs are Division I NHIAA state champions.
Here against the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. It's the women taking the court now, and I'm here with Bill Carter. Bill, thank you for joining me for the color.
Hey, it's a pleasure to join you this evening on this nice snowy evening here in New England.
It's a snowy night. It's a picture postcard night here in New England, and our biggest rivals here, the BG Cardinals, are in town. And you know, there's such a history between the girls and this girls team, these two teams. They're almost like the Lakers and the Celtics, always meeting in the finals, and BG has had the upper hand. But you know, Bedford is very strong this year, while BG is in a bit of a transition year.
Exactly. I mean, and plus state champions. The last 4 state champions have come between these two here. So it's going to be a great night. Going to have the Lady Bulldogs here taking on the Cardinals of Bishop Guertin.
We had an interview with Coach Gibbs that we wanted to play for you before the game, but we got off to a bit of a late start, so we'll share that with you at halftime. But we do want to take some time right now to thank our underwriters who bring you these broadcasts on BCTV and Bedford 105.1. Primary Bank, New Hampshire's bank for business, primarybanknh.com. The Wicks Insurance Group, serving New Hampshire and the Bedford community with auto, home, life, and business insurance since 1984. TheWicksInsuranceGroup.com. Interim Healthcare of Manchester, personalizing care to meet your unique health needs. InterimHealthcare.com. Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, your local brokerage boutique. Relationships built on trust. MrsNelsonsNeighborhood.com. And Great New Hampshire Restaurants. Food tastes better with family. Tbones.com and CopperDoor.com.
And we thank those underwriters coming on officially after the first of the year.
That's right. It's going to be official as of 2025, but since our sponsors did come on board a little early, we're giving them a little bonus credit right there. We do appreciate their help in bringing you these broadcasts.
Yeah.
And starting lineup's about to be announced here. The Bulldogs coming in 2-0, 2 very dominant wins this year against Trinity and Nashua North. That Trinity went 70-19, and the Nashua North win in Nashua 51-23. Speaking of Nashua, we are on ETV 99 here on Nashua TV, so we are very happy to have our Nashua viewers here. Starting for the Cardinals, number 2, Maddie Long. Number 3, Caden Ryu. Number 11, Talia Drapo. Number 15, Maggie Gallagher. And number 24, Jazz Rosario. And those are your starters for the Bishop Guertin Cardinals, who come in with a record of 1-0. Right, they defeated the Concord Christian in a close one, 39-36, back on the 13th of December. Thank you very much, Bill Carter. Now for the Bulldogs, starting number 3, Annie Zink. Number 5, Sarah Muir. Number 12, Eva Zink. Number 20, Kate Allard, leading scorer for the Bulldogs, averaging 17.5 points a game. And Mel McCarthy rounding out the starting 5. We're going to take a moment to play the national anthem. We'll be right back with the call of the game, so stand by. their touch at the end of the anthem, Home of the Dogs. And we are ready to tip off here between the Cardinals and the Bulldogs. As we mentioned a little bit ago, Kate Allard with 35 points in 2 games, 17.5 points average. The second leading scorer, actually it's a tie between number 5 Sarah Muir and Isabella Landis, both checking in with 16 points on the year, so they're averaging 8 points a game. Ella Allard averaging 7.5, Eva Zink 6.5, Ava Collins 5. So it's pretty balanced scoring for the Lady Bulldogs.
Yeah, with conversations with Coach Gibbs, the team is a different makeup, but I tell you, he thinks the team is quicker than it was last year in defense.
We are about to find out here as Mel McCarthy faces off against Thalia Drapo for the tip.
Unusual to have 3 officials this early in the season, but we'll see.
Won by Rosario of BG. They possess. Rosario to Ryu along the perimeter. Now back to Drapo along the far sideline. Rosario. Now in the key. Kick it out to Rosario for 3. It's going to be short. And Sarah Muir with the rebound. Here come the Bulldogs. Long lead pass to Ava Zink. Kicks it out to Mel's going to try for 3. That rims out. Ball's loose and recovered by Caden Ryu of VG. No score here. We just started in the first quarter.
Little man-on-man defense here. Woman-on-woman defense, I should say.
Rosario being watched by Muir. She leaves it for Long. Long kicks it out to Drapeau.
Looks like they're going to let them try to give those long shots, but not give the inside play here.
Now here's Rosario, top of the key at the foul line. She stops, has to get rid of the ball. McCarthy watching her. Long dribbles. Ryu now. BG taking their time. The pocket is picked. And here comes Bedford. Sarah Muir runs it out and lays it in. Bedford scores early, and they're up 2-0.
Nice easy basket there for Muir. Played good defense and got rewarded for it.
That almost was an over and back. The official letting that go, saying that Muir knocked the ball over the timeline. Now Rosario kicks it right back to Ryu. Caden Ryu, watched by Muir.
Really good person-on-person defense here, trying to keep BG from taking any shots there. Nice little block there.
Yeah, Rosario was driving, and I thought she had a path to the lane, but instead she kicked the pass out. That was knocked out by McCarthy, and now BG will inbound. Long into Drapeau.
By the way, Harry, you cannot have a backcourt unless all 3, the ball and 2 feet, are behind that line. So.
Thank you very much. Now here's a shot from 3. It's good. It's good. Caden Ryu with the 3-pointer. It's 3-2 now, BG. Bedford comes back, and they set up the offense. Allard down low to Eva Zink. Annie Zink. Muir loses the handle, and here comes Gallagher. She pulls up, kicks it out, but nobody home there. Thought she was going to kick it out to Ryu. Ryu stepped away, and that's a turnover for BG. 5:32 to go here in the first. And the Cardinals up 3-2. Here's Allard. Cross pass to Zink. Now Mel McCarthy down low. She kicks it back out to Muir. Tries the 3, and it's good. Muir with 5 points, and that puts the Bulldogs back up 5-3. Rosario dribbles. Heads along the baseline. Kicks it out to Ryu. She tries a 3, and she gets that as well. Pair of 3s for Ryu. 6'5" BG. Muir over the timeline. Out to Allard. Cross-court pass back to Muir. Down low to Ava Zink. Pass inside to Allard. She drives and puts it off the glass. 7-6 Bedford.
First points there for Allard.
Teams just exchanging the lead here. 4:33 to play here in the first. Long dribbles. Gets it to Gallagher. Drapeau back to Long, watched by Allard. Now Ryu to Rosario. Rosario dribbles, kicks it off to Gallagher. McCarthy tries to hand check her, and they're going to call timeout. At least BG will, and that's going to create a pause in the action here with the score Bedford 7, BG 6, 4:09 to go here in the first. Quick reminder, we've got some broadcasts coming your way. Our next BCTV Bedford 105 broadcast will be in the new year, starting 2025 on Monday, January 6th at 7:30 as we bring you boys hockey against Concord at Sullivan Arena at St. Anselm's College. Followed on the very next evening, Tuesday, January 7th, we'll be back here. The girls taking on Pickerton Academy, another school they've got a long history with, beating them in the final recently. And then the boys will be back on the court on Friday, January 10th at 7 p.m. as they take on a very strong Manchester Memorial squad.
A couple replays there of the three-pointers here as we are 7-6 with 4:09 to go here in the first. BG will take the ball out at center court.
Here's Maggie Gallagher, the leading scorer, averaging 10 points a game for BG. Cardinals changing some players up. That's Ryu. Laura Marino's in the game right now, and there's a dribble off the foot of Muir. Possession stays with BG.
A little bit different of a pace than we saw from that boys game.
Absolutely. Ayla Regan is also in the game for the Cardinals. Ryu leaves it for Long. Watched by McCarthy. Here's Drapeau. Ryu loses the handle. Referee's going to say a travel on BG. Turnover. Bedford gets the ball. 7-6 Bulldogs up here with 3:30 to play in the first. Allard on the far sideline over to Mel McCarthy. She gets cornered but gets the ball out. Ava Zink now tried to get inside to McCarthy, and that's knocked out by Marino. Now Olivia Baker coming in for Drapeau. Another change for the Cardinals. Andy Zink with the inbound over to Allard. Allard's going to take the three. Too strong, but Allard gets her own rebound. Now to McCarthy in the corner. Passes it across to Muir. Muir driving the baseline, kicks it out.
Got to travel.
They're going to call traveling there, so turnovers on both sides. Inbound pass, and Bedford's going to try to put a little pressure on here. What's the call? It looked like they might have won off BG, but they're going to say Cardinal ball. It kind of rolled off the green jersey. I'm not sure why they're giving the ball back to BG, but they are.
About three of them standing right there, so the official only a little bit closer than we are sitting, so he gives it back to BG.
Here's Reagan into the corner to Ryu. Marino back to Long. Olivia Baker now drives to the bucket, puts it up, and
block.
This is the backboard. It's going to be a block by Allard. Thank you. I missed that. So inbound under the basket for BG. 2:37 to go here in the first. Ryu, watched by Andy Zink. Maddie Long. Pass inside, broken up.
There we go, nice.
And another
play.
steal there by Bedford. Long lead passer, Mel McCarthy. She dribbles, turns around off the glass, too strong. Ball's loose on the floor. What's the call?
We got foul on BG with a push.
So that's the first foul call I think we've had today.
Yep.
Going to be on number 12, Bridget Hill, who's in the game. That's her first. Or correction, that's going to be on Eva Zink, not on Bridget Hill, that's on Bedford, number 12. And there's a turnover. Sarah Muir with the steal. Sarah Muir with 5 points in the game. She gets it up to Annie Zink, who showed shot, drove, and gets the bucket. 9-6. Bulldogs lead.
And it looks like Guertin was on the line with the pass in. The ball's going to be right back to Bedford here on the baseline.
Sloppy play there by the Cardinals. Bedford controls. Allard with the long three, and it's good. 5 points for Kate Allard. 12-6 Bedford up with 1:54 to play in the first. Olivia Baker over the timeline. Out to Ayla Reagan. She's going to try a three. That's off the mark. Rebound Grace Wolf. Muir into McCarthy. McCarthy backs in off the glass and good.
She gets her first basket of the evening here. Quickly, 14-6 Bedford.
It's a 9-0 run here for the Bulldogs. Ball knocked out of bounds by Muir. BG controls.
Stepping up on that pressure here. Harry, I'm just not used to sitting here and seeing the away team sitting in front of us.
Yeah, they switch on the other side there.
So I'm looking down thinking, well, it's not white down there. The white is down at the other end.
Reagan pulls up. Caden Ryu now gets it inside to Gallagher.
Just
the ball comes loose and Bedford picks it up. Good defense by the Bulldogs. Cross court now to Grace Wolf. Back to Andy Zink for three, and she gets it. 5 points for Andy Zink. 17-6, Bulldogs up.
Less than a minute to go here.
12-0 run for the Bulldogs. Over the timeline, Rosario leaves it there for Ryu. Ryu dribbling, watched by Andy Zink. Now over to Gallagher. Ryu gets the ball again underneath to Drapeau. She doesn't take a shot. Now she turns.
That was a slight block there.
Tries the hook, and it's off the mark. Bedford with the rebound. 25 seconds to play here in the quarter. She runs into a player, loses control of the ball. Ryu back the other way, kicks it out. Here's a three. Too strong. Rebound there by Muir. Muir bringing it back for Bedford in transition. Ella Allard. Shot is off the mark. Rebound BG. Reagan throws it for Gallagher. She was under the basket, couldn't get it to go in, and that's going to be the end of the first, with the Bulldogs finishing that period with a 12-0 run and taking a 17-6 lead. Scoring for the Bulldogs, Annie Zink with 5, Sarah Muir with 5, Kate Allard with 5, Mel McCarthy with 2. And each of those players at 5, Zink, Muir, and Allard, each had a three-pointer in that game. Now for the Bishop Guertin Cardinals, just one person on the scoreboard, or on the score sheet, Caden Ryu with a pair of three-pointers. And that's how they get the 6 points.
Bedford perfect on their three-pointers as well with Bishop Guertin. So 5 for 5 on the threes tonight.
We spoke about the Bulldog balanced scoring. Let's get you caught up here with Bishop Guertin. Their scorers are led by Maggie Gallagher. Of course, this is based on one game. They only played against Concord Christian, a game that they won 38-36. Maggie Gallagher had 10 of that. Maddie Long with 9. Caden Ryu with 7. Olivia Baker with 4. Holly Dufault with 3, as did Jazz Rosario. And Talia Drapeau had 2 points in that game. Bulldogs, of course, working on two games, and as I mentioned earlier, Kate Allard, the leading scorer, 35 points in 2 games. That's a 17.5 average. Isabella Landis averaging 8 points, as is Sarah Muir. Ella Allard with 7.5, and Eva Zink with 6.5 points, averaging in 2 games. Another 8 on the clock. It's time for the second quarter. And the Bulldogs have possession. They will inbound. Annie Zink to Wolf. Muir to Zink. Down low to Landis. She kicks it out, and a foul call on BG.
There's a foul, yeah. I'll tell you, when I talked to Gibbs, he says first line, second line, third line, all very strong this year, and you can see right out there, got a few different players here, getting them some playing action early in the season.
Annie Zink loses it off the leg, but it goes off to a teammate, Wolf. Pass inside the Landy. He's outside the mirror. Here's a try for three that's off the mark. Muir chases down her own rebound into the corner. Ella Allard with three. That's short. Ball's loose on the ground. Bedford gets another rebound. Wolf double teamed. Back to Zink. Now Wolf looks at Landis, changes her mind, gets it to Muir. Muir kicks it out to Zink for three. That's short. Another rebound for Bedford. A nice hook shot by Wolf. Goes in, and it's 19-6. 14-0 run continues here for Bedford.
Gets her first points of this evening with that two basket.
Here's Reagan trying to get away from a double team. Gets it to Caden Ryu, being watched by Annie Zink. Now Gallagher over to Drapeau. Ryu along the sideline. Reagan gets the ball, dribbles, tries to drive, underhanded layup. Rolls across the rim, no good. Rebound Bedford. Annie Zink up ahead to Sarah Muir. She runs into a Cardinal player at the foul line. Another collision there. Landy's now on the baseline. Finds Zink, who puts up a short bunny jumper. And she's got 7 points. 21-6. And now a answer there from Gallagher, making it 21-8 now. Zink tries to get it down low to Landy, that hits a Cardinals leg, and it's going to be called as a kick ball. Now some wholesale changes here for both teams. Bedford bringing Kate Allard back in. Eva Zink is in.
McCarthy's back in.
McCarthy's back in, thank you. Inbound to Kate Allard, looking, trying to get it out. Now McCarthy. Ava Zink, the sister Annie, back to Ava. Cross court. McCarthy. Back inside the McCarthy. She hooks it over to Eva Allard, or correction, Eva Zink. And she draws.
She'll pick up a foul there.
Pick up a foul herself, so it's going to be BG ball. So I think that's 2 on Ava Zink. Bulldogs pressing now. Allard and Zink double teaming the player, but Rosario is able to break the press into the corners. Drapeau takes a shot that rims out. Eva Zink with the rebound. Bedford down to McCarthy. Cross court to Allard for three. Short. Rebound Drapeau for BG. Long lead pass now to Hill. She brings it back outside the three-point line. BG resets. 5:09 to go here in the first half. 21-8 Bedford. Maddie Long with it. Bridget Hill.
Oh, there we go.
Tries to drive, but what do we have, an offensive?
Offensive, illegal block. Illegal block there.
And that will be on Bridget Hill, I assume.
Yep.
That will be her, no, correction, it is on
34.
Olivia Baker, so
Olivia
that's her
Baker.
first foul. 2 team fouls on BG. And Bedford inbounds the ball to Annie Zink. Juliet Laws in the game now for Bedford. Allard in the far corner, drives to the bucket, runs into some
nice shot by
defense there. Yeah, she managed to get the ball up and in. 7 points now for Kate Allard. 23-8 is your score.
Long pass. Oh,
Off the hand from Mel McCarthy.
still a little bit too far. It's like watching that football game last night. Throw it out there. Let them go catch it.
Inbound and now double teamed in the backcourt. And I believe BG got the timeout in time for Bridget Hill before she lost control of the ball.
Tenacious defense tonight for Bedford. Halfway through the second quarter, only giving up 8 points.
That is their trademark. They are a tough defense. They're a tough team to play against. BCTV app is available now on Apple and Android app stores. Download it onto your digital device and be able to watch, stream live or on-demand programming from all of the BCTV channels. As I mentioned earlier, we had an interview recorded with Coach Gibbs, and we didn't have time to get that for you before the game. Kind of a quick transition from the boys game. Boys, by the way, with a big win today.
Nice, impressive win over BG tonight.
67-55. We'll play Coach Gibbs' interview at halftime, and then we'll also have a live interview, hopefully, before the start of the second half with Molly Topp, our correspondent on the floor. Quick JV scores. The JV girls, BG won that one. It was a close one, 37-35. JV boys, 70-52 were the winners. Bedford, yep. One.
Go back and play here. BG with the ball.
Floater, a little short, but that's because the foul was committed.
Yeah.
So Maddie Long's going to go to the line.
Kate got her on the arm as she was trying to shoot.
So Allard picks up her first foul. Maddie Long with 2. And that one rims out, no good. Sarah Muir comes back into the game for Bedford. Long second try, also a miss.
Allard down the court with the ball.
Laws. Back to Allard. She's going to try a 3. A little too strong. McCarthy with the rebound. She fights for it. Yep. She's going to pick up a foul.
Nice hard work there. Gets herself to get 2 shots on the line.
Olivia Baker, I believe, is the guilty party, picking up her second foul. Well, kind of a quick pair of fouls here. She may be getting a seat on the bench. I believe that's exactly what's going to have Laura Marino getting up and checking at the scorer's table. She might be coming in for Baker. First shot by McCarthy is good. 3 points for Mel. And as predicted, Baker comes out and Marino comes in. Here's McCarthy's second shot. A little short, but what do we have? A lane violation?
It looks like it was, and looks like McCarthy will get an additional free throw here.
So erase that miss. Let's try it again. Second chance is good. 2 for 2 and 4 points for Mel McCarthy. 25-8 now. Bedford. Long drives, now kicks it out to Marino. Tries a 3. Marino gives the BG Cardinals 11 points here, but BG still trails by 14. Sarah Muir drives the basket. She gets hooked around the neck. I know it wasn't an intentional one, but it was a fairly flagrant foul. When you get wrap somebody, almost a clothesline.
She was fully running there when the arm came up in front of her.
So the foul on Jazz Rosario, her first. Runner by Laws, no good, but Laws gets the rebound. Ava Zink with it. McCarthy, Sarah Muir at the 3-point line. Back to McCarthy. He's going to try a 3. A little strong. Laws tries to save it, but what's the call? It's kind of the officials looking at each other. Laws tried to save it, and Sarah Muir is standing outside the baseline like she's going to be inbounding the ball here, and I guess they're going to give it to Bedford.
Yep. Looks like it was touched by BG before it went out of bounds.
Here's Laws with 3, and it's good. Juliet Laws on the board with 3 points. 28-11 now. 3:09 to play in the half. Caden Rio. And we get a offensive foul? Yes, it is.
Illegal block on number 30.
30, that's Laura Marino.
Laura Marino.
And that is the 5th team foul, and that puts
But it
Bedford into the bonus.
Yep. Offensive foul, no shooting. It was a team control foul.
Cross court pass to Muir. Down low to Zink. McCarthy, three-point line over to Sarah Muir. Her three is good. 8 points now for Sarah Muir. 31-11. 20-point lead here for the Bulldogs. Maddie Long kicks it out to Marino. Into the corner. Caden Ryu, leading scorer in this game. She gets it to Long. Long drives. Gives it to Marino. BG just working the ball here, not really trying to get any offense going. There's a loose ball, and Bedford comes up with the steal. Muir gets it up to McCarthy, who's a little too deep. Gets it back to Muir. Juliet Laws inside to Allard, and she loses control of the ball, and we're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow goes where?
BG.
To BG. Can't really see the possession arrow here from the scores table.
Few substitutions here for both teams.
Laws comes out for Bedford.
Trying to add to this 20-point lead.
Karina Kamanini is in for the Bulldogs. Actually, the possession arrow was for Bedford, so they keep the ball. Kamanini inside to Muir. Kicks out to Kate Allard for three. Strong, but Bedford with the rebound. Muir back across to Mel McCarthy. She drives the baseline. Muir now from three. Good. 11 points for Sarah Muir. She leads the way. 1:28 to play here in the first half. 34-11. Rosario shakes off a Bedford defender. Now here's a three. A good one from number 3, Caden Rio. It's her third. She's got 9 points on the game.
All three-pointers.
34-14 now. Allard along the baseline. Gets it to Muir. Is going to try a three. Short. Bedford with the rebound, but stepped out of bounds did number 22, Ava Collins. And the ball will go to BG.
With just over 1 minute to go here in the second quarter.
Inbound, Maddie Long. She finds Marino open. Oh. She gets a layup and a foul.
And she will get a extra free throw here. To go for a three-pointer
here.
Looks like number
22. That is a foul on Ava Collins for Bedford. So 34-16, make it 34-17. Marino now with 6 points. Down low, it's Allard. Puts it up too strong, gets the rebound back.
And she will go to the line here.
She collects a foul.
She gets her own rebound, tries to force it up, and she will be shooting two.
Coach Olivia Orlando for the Cardinals had both her thumbs up like, hey, it's a jump ball, and it could have been. But the officials decided it is a foul instead. And a second one on Laura Marino. First field goal, or free throw, I should say, by Allard is a miss. She'll get another one here. 45.8 seconds left to play. That one is good. 35-17 now. 40 seconds to play. BG to Rosario. She pulls up. Back to Long. Watched by Allard. Long drives. Kicks it to Rosario. BG looks like they might be waiting for the last shot here. 25 seconds to go in the half. Caden Ryu. She backs out. Muir is on her. Drapeau tried to provide a screen. Does. Here's Long. Over to Gallagher. The hook shot too strong, and Allard comes up with the rebound. 2 seconds left. 1 second. Half-court shot for Allard is going to miss. And that is going to do it for the first half. 35-17. Bedford showing a strong defensive performance. Let's give you the scoring as we have it so far. Annie Zink, she has 7 points. Grace Wolf with 2. Sarah Muir leading the way. I believe she's got 11 of 3 threes included in there. Juliet Laws with 3. Kate Allard, she's got 8, 1 3. And Mel McCarthy with 4 points, including a pair of free throws. On the BG side, Caden Ryu, she leads the way with 9 points. Maggie Gallagher with 2. And Laura Marino with 6 points. And welcome back to Bedford High Gymnasium. On the court is our very own Molly Top. You know, tonight is the Pink for Zinc night, raising funds for cancer research, and she's on the court now. Let's
Special night here at Bedford High School. Lots of pink here in the gym. It's the Pink for Zinc night, where we're honoring Charlie Zink's life. It's especially important because his 2 sisters, Eva and Annie, starters for the team, hard players. They play hard every single night, but it's easy to imagine that tonight's an extra special time for them, for the Zink family, for the community. A lot of money raised for a great cause. Pink for Zinc has done amazing things. If you head down to the new basketball court they built at Riddlebrook, anytime in decent weather, you'll find dozens of kids just enjoying time, really honoring Charlie's life. Special night here, here for Pink for Zinc.
Molly, thank you very much for that.
You'll see in the background some winners just made off with some good money. Donation $5 to throw a nice pink ball as far as they could, hoping to get it into the bucket today. Kids lining up, really excited to see who is going to be the big winner, and a lot of money raised for some of these awesome causes that they do here in town.
Thank you, Molly. Yeah, that was kind of fun to see that. It looked a little bit like Chuck-a-Puck throwing the pink balls into the bucket like they did. So there we go, and now we have Coach Gibbs coming up to the microphone with Molly. Let's see what Coach Gibbs thinks of the game.
Right. Coach, thanks for talking to us real quick. Definitely not a bad problem to have, being up by 18 going into the second half, but how do you keep your team motivated?
Well, frankly, there's a lot of stuff that we need to tweak, that we need to fix. We talked about it at halftime. Little things like some of the things we're doing defensively, also ball movement against the zone. We're a little surprised that they were running that 2-3. That's what they call a tandem 2-3, and they were doing a good job with it. So we just talked about ways to defeat it. We're playing well. We feel we could play better, and we also know they're going to come out and try to throw a punch at us right away, so we need to be ready for that too.
I've been at games where it didn't go quite this well against BJ. Does that come into play in your pregame talk, your half-game talk?
We get ready for every game the same.
And during halftime, there's a nice fundraiser here for Charlie Zink with both Eva and Annie on the team. It's a special night. These girls play hard all the time, but any thoughts on Pink for Zink night?
Charlie's team is near and dear to us. It's the program that we want to support all the time, and we're really glad we're able to do so tonight.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you very much, Coach Gibbs and Molly Top, for that report. And while we have a moment here, Bill Carter, we want to thank our BCTV and WBNH underwriters who make these sports broadcasts possible. Primary Bank, New Hampshire's bank for business, primarybanknh.com. The Wicks Insurance Group, serving New Hampshire and the Bedford community with auto, home, life, and business insurance since 1984. The WicksInsuranceGroup.com. Interim Healthcare of Manchester, personalizing healthcare to meet your unique health needs. InterimHealthcare.com. Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire. We'll get to that after we have a break in the action here. BG with the inbound. Pass inside now to Drapeau, and a foul called on Ava Zink.
A little push in the back there.
Inbounding the ball is Maddie Long. And a quick change here as Ava Zink comes out and Grace Wolf takes her place for the Bulldogs. 35-17 Bulldogs up here to start the second half. Ryu dribbles, leaves it there for Gallagher. Gallagher driving, hook shot blocked, and it's going to be called a foul, I believe, on number 5, Sarah Muir.
Looks like that'll be Sarah's first foul.
Little hack-a-shack there. And Gallagher's going to go to the line.
It was interesting to hear Coach Gibbs talk about increasing the defense. Wasn't overly happy with 17-point half.
Yeah, maybe the second quarter wasn't to his liking. 2 misses there by Gallagher. Score remains 35-17. Now Allard for Bedford in the near corner, drives the baseline, puts it off the glass and in. Gallagher took her eyes off Allard just for a moment. Allard took advantage. Now Maddie Long. She kicks it out to Ryu. Top of the key. Over to Drapeau. Drapeau is going to get fouled there. I believe it's going to be Allard on the call.
Looks like that'll be her second foul. Yes, it will. On the floor, so it'll be possession to Guertin on the baseline.
2 team fouls, or correction, 3 team fouls already on the Bulldogs. Ryu, watched by Muir, kicks it out to Long. Wolf is on Long. Gets it into the corner for Drapeau. Or correction, that's Ryu, number 3. Kick back to Rosario. Rosario drives to the basket, loses the handle on the ball, but it went off of a Bedford player, and it'll stay with the Cardinals.
Couple changes here for Guertin.
Long.
Oh, right in the...
There's Ryu with the 3. She misses that one, and it goes out of bounds. She couldn't get to it in time, so ball goes to the Bulldogs here. 6:47 to go in the third quarter. Bedford up by 20, 37-17. They have the only bucket in this third quarter. Annie Zink. Allard, Mel McCarthy in the corner. Looks for Muir. That was a close call there. Now Zink with it again. Allard in the far corner along the baseline. Puts up a runner and doesn't get the fall, but she will get a foul and 2 shots at the line.
I don't think there was a part of that rim that ball didn't hit. But she'll go to the line for 2 here.
Allard with 10 points so far. Make that 11. 2 for 3 from the charity stripe. Number 2 on the way. That one good as well, 3 of 4. 39-17, Bulldogs up by 22. Long over the timeline. Leaves it for Gallagher. She drives, puts up a lob, and that's too strong. Bulldogs with the rebound. Here's Allard. 3-point line, dribbling. Tries to get inside the McCarthy. McCarthy lost the handle momentarily. Now she finds Wolf underneath the basket. Too far underneath. Gets it back to Zink. Zink double teamed. Now Allard out from 3. Good. 41-17 Bulldogs. Gallagher at the 3-point line. Rosario, watched by McCarthy. Rosario tries to drive, gets it over to Marino. Marino to Gallagher. Gallagher on Zink. Now Rosario into the corner for Ryu. Ryu finds a lane to the bucket, puts it off the glass, too strong. Allard with the rebound. Gets it to Grace Wolf as they cross the timeline. Into the corner for Muir. She waits. Back up high to Zink. Zink drives, kicks it out for Wolf. She tries a 3, too strong underneath the basket is Muir, and she gets fouled. I believe that's Gallagher picking that up. Nope, it is going to be
Maddie Long.
30.
Yeah, 30.
Laura Marino with her 3rd foul. And Coach Olivia Orlando is going to make some wholesale changes here. Muir's first shot, no good. Gallagher and Long come out, as does Marino with her 3 fouls. Olivia Baker back in, although she has 2. Here's Muir's second try. That one gets a friendly roll, and it goes in. 12 points now for Muir. 42-17 Bulldogs. 5 to go here in the third. Rosario dishes it. Here's Drapeau under the basket, tries the hook shot, no good off of Mel McCarthy. It's going to stay with the BG Cardinals.
There's no lack of effort for the Bishop Guertin Cardinals tonight. It's just they are playing a superior defensive team right now.
That is for sure. Bulldogs haven't given up more than 25 points in a game this year. Here's McGowan in the game. She loses it. Ryu gets it. Now Drapeau. BG's just happy keeping it along the perimeter. Once in a while they try to drive to the basket when they find a lane, but they're keeping things on the outside, just trying to keep the ball away from Bedford. Bedford can't score if they don't have the ball. And that's going to be a travel on Olivia Baker as she tried to get it to Ryu in the corner.
Just the layers and layers of defense for the Bulldogs tonight.
So the Bulldogs take over. Andy Zink to Kate Allard. Cross back to Zink. She thinks about the three. Drives. Gets hit and loses the ball in the process. Rosario picks it up for BG. She gets harassed.
Yep. And
now Drapeau is going to get a foul from Mel McCarthy. McCarthy's first, I believe. Yes, it is.
Yes. It's almost like BG thinks that there's about 8 or 9 players out there they're playing against tonight.
Feels like it sometimes. 4 team fouls on Bedford, one more, and the Cardinals will be in the bonus. This is Ryu looking for an outlet. Baker just gets away from Allard. Allard was all over her. Now Rosario one-on-one against Grace Wolf. Tries to drive, and Wolf with the block, but now the outlet pass is intercepted by Drapeau. Oh, that's got to be a travel. They got away with one there. 2 shots, no good for BG. Drapeau's little bunny hop, she landed on the ground. Now here's a quick pass to McCarthy, who lays it up and in.
That's one of those Euro jump stops, you know.
Absolutely.
But looks like it'll be a timeout here for BG.
While we've got that time, let's finish our underwriting thanks. Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, your local brokerage boutique. Relationships built on trust. MrsNelsonsNeighborhood.com. And great New Hampshire restaurants. Food tastes better with family. Tbones.com and Copperdoor.com. Thank you very much to our underwriters.
Great to have those underwriters coming on board.
Bulldogs are on an 11-0 run, and they're pitching a shutout here in the third quarter.
Well, that's something we saw a couple times last year, where they pitched a shutout in a quarter.
It's 10-0 Bedford here in the third. 3:35 to play. At what point do they go to run time?
35.
Okay, well, we're almost there, so it doesn't matter what period, right? Just
no, it has to be
in the fourth?
Going into the fourth, yes.
Okay. Now beat Bedford with the pressure in the backcourt. They double team. Ryu here tries to get away. The ball is stolen away. Bedford, that pressure works. Now Andy Zink gets the ball back. Zink drives, has the ball knocked away. Turnover, BG gets it back. Drapeau runs and breaks the 0 streak, gets the bucket in. Drapeau does. Bedford quickly answers. Wolf into the corner. Now Allard. Sarah Muir to McCarthy along the baseline. Allard at the three-point line. A little bit short. Bedford rebound. Now McCarthy's going to try. That's too strong. Allard at the rebound and puts it in off the glass. 47-19 Bulldogs. And a turnover by BG. Muir to Allard. Couldn't get in the first try. Gets her own rebound back. Can't get the second one either. Now McCarthy stops, kicks it out to Zink for a 3. Allard loses the rebound to Rosario. BG coming back. Here's Ryu, their 3-point specialist. Now Drapeau Now Rosario with the ball, being watched there by Zink. Rosario dribbles, top of the key, loses the handle, picks it up, has it knocked out once more, picks it up again. Now Caden Ryu from the corner, and she gets the three. Caden Ryu with 4 threes done on the night. She's got 12 points. 47-22 Bedford. Allard, baseline, looking for an outlet. Gets it to Grace Wolf for 3. She gets it. 5 points for Grace Wolf. 50-22 Bedford. 1:33 to play. Rosario pulls up. Thalia Drapeau, double team. Back to Rosario. Baseline. Gets it to Caden Ryu, who just hit the 3. Ryu gets it back. She's going to try another 3. This one's short, though. And the rebound goes to the Bulldogs. Mel McCarthy, the long outlet pass too strong. Wolf with the rebound. Muir drives to the bucket and puts it in. 14 points for Muir, 52-22, 30-point lead. We are almost at the 35 mark, Bill Carter.
We are getting there with less than a minute to go here in the third quarter.
Caden Ryu now. Dribbling, pulls out, finds Baker. She's going to try the 3. It's an air ball, out of bounds.
Okay. Wholesale changes here for the Bulldogs with 37.4 seconds, up by 30 points here.
Our next broadcast coming up on Monday, January 6th in the new year of 2025 at 7:30 p.m. The opponent will be Concord from Sullivan Arena at St. Anselm. Be sure to tune into that on BCTV and Bedford 105.1. Bedford with the ball. We've got some of the bench players in now for the Bulldogs. They lose control. BG gets it back. Ayla Regan to Long.
Under 10 to go here.
Regan gets it back. 6 seconds on the clock. Regan's going to drive and doesn't get the roll. And that's going to do it for the third period. 52-22 is your score. One more quarter to go. Let's give you the scoring. Annie Zink, nothing in the third quarter. She still has 7. Grace Wolf with 5 points.
Yep.
Sarah Muir with 14. Juliet Laws with 3. Kate Allard has 17. Is that what she has?
I have 16.
16? Okay, I'll check my math here. Mel McCarthy with 6 points. Over on the Cardinals side, Caden Ryu with 12 points, all 3-pointers. Thalia Drapeau with 2 points. Maggie Gallagher with 2. Laura Marino with 6 points. And it's been a domination here for the Bulldogs so far. You know, I wonder if Coach Gibbs was happy with the defensive performance in the third.
I tell you, if he's not, I would venture to say that he didn't have a good day, because to say that, yeah, 22 points, but I tell you, Guertin is giving them everything that they can get.
They gave up 6 in the first quarter. They gave up 11 in the second, which would upset a coach.
5 in the third quarter.
5 in the third.
Yes.
So fourth quarter about to begin. And Karina Kameneni inbounds the ball to Juliet Laws. Kameneni.
This is a team building kind of game to try to get more players with playing so they're ready to go later in the season.
Ella Allard. Ball's turned over, now taken right back. And what's the call here? Out of bounds? Foul?
Out of bounds on the sidelines, yep.
Okay. So Bedford gets the ball back.
2 officials called that, so it must be out of bounds.
Kameneni throws it. And it's going to be an over and back because Juliet Laws made contact in the front court before letting it go into the back court. So another turnover there for the Bulldogs.
Well, you pretty much sound like an official there. Well, you know?
I know a few rules.
Okay. All right.
Drapeau. Sorry, she's not in the game. That was Ayla Regan. long to Ryu. Being watched closely there. Regan dribbling. Top of the key, trying to get to the bucket. Now she gets a kick out there to Ryu, and she gets another three. 15 points for Caden Ryu. 52-25. Kamineni for Bedford. Ella Allard kicking out to Laws.
Got a kick there.
Yeah, kick ball by number 15 Gallagher of BG. Now Ava Zink will inbound. Laws dribbling, pulls up, gets it to Allard. Give and go. Off a leg, Kamineni gets the ball back. Now here's Zink again. Finds some traffic. Laws back to Allard. Down low to Landis. Now a three. A little too strong. Bounces around. On the floor, Kamineni gets the rebound. Another chance for Bedford. Allard gets bumped. No call. Another rebound for Bedford. And finally put in
by Eva Zink.
No, Ella Allard, 21, got that one.
21.
So Ella Allard getting on the board there.
With her first 2 points of the game. Quick timeout called here.
54-25 is the score. You know, you can listen to Bedford 105.1 many different ways. You can listen, of course, over the air at 105.1. You can also stream us from our website, bedford1051.com. You can use a phone app like TuneIn to listen to us. Or you can tell your Alexa device, Alexa, play Bedford 105.1. Either way, you'll hear New Hampshire's alternative and Bulldog sports.
Great channel here in town. I know my wife has it on in her car, and it's great to listen to.
Thank you very much.
Award-winning, I should say.
Yeah, I don't like to brag, but we win a few awards.
Yes. Get the boss on the camera there. You got to make sure you...
Big grin on his face, yeah.
Yeah.
Very proud.
Yes, very good.
Jennings.
Both BCTV and 105.1.
BG with the ball. Gallagher to Long. Looks for an outlet. Gets it to Reagan. Reagan loses the handle. Now gets it back. Reagan still dribbling. Tries to get into the key. Instead kicks it out to Ryu. She's off. Kamineni with the rebound. Watched there by Long. Now over the timeline to Laws. Ryu on Laws. Kamineni with it. Ella Zink. Now Ella Allard. Kamineni to Landis on the baseline. Right now Bedford just moving the ball around. Landis gets it up to Ella Allard.
Oh, got her with the travel.
Kick out there to Juliet Laws. This didn't matter because the travel is a turnover. So ball to BG. 5:19 to go here in the game. 54-25, Bulldogs up.
You sound disappointed with the 29-point lead.
No, not at all. Just taking a breather. Talk a lot. Here's the three-pointer from Long. A little short. Bounces off the rim. And we're going to get a reach-in foul by Maggie Gallagher, her first.
Actually, the first of this fourth quarter.
Fairly clean game. Not a lot of fouls.
As I said earlier, you got three officials here, so it's a little bit cleaner because should be another kick right there.
Yep, off the foot of Gallagher. Ball stays with Bedford. Landis will inbound. Gets it to Kamineni. Allard back to Kamineni. Double team. Nice little bounce pass over to Laws. A little short off the rim. BG with the rebound, but harassed and turned over the ball. Laws gets it back into the corner to Allard. Baseline. And what happened? Out of bounds. Not a foul, but I guess they're going to say off a Bedford player.
Out of bounds off of Bedford. Sideline infraction. 4:29 to go. 54-25 Bedford.
Here's Ryu, leading scorer for the Cardinals. Long. Over to Drapeau. Drapeau driving with the jumper, and it's good. 4 points for Talia Drapeau.
Yeah, her second basket of the second half.
54-27 now. Broken up there by Drapeau, and BG with a steal. Reagan over the timeline, drives, gets it to Gallagher. Gallagher to the bucket. High shot, but off the rim, no good. Isabella Landis. Ella Allard. Camineni into the corner now. And a three by number 22, Ava Collins.
Ava Collins.
Her first points. 57-27. Bedford up. Drapeau being watched there by said number 22, Ava Collins, and she's going to get a foul to go with that bucket. Actually, she's got 2 fouls on the night. And this will be a shooting foul.
3:19 to go here. 57-27. First of 2 free throws.
Talia Drapeau, her first one is good. 5 points for Drapeau. Not a lot of free throws for the Cardinals. They've only had 3 chances in this game. That was number 4, and they're 2 for 2. Now they're 3 for 5. 6 points for Talia Drapeau, all in the second half. Camineni finds Collins underneath, but they get out of that. Camineni again. The diminutive guard wearing number 2. Pass inside. Bedford just moving the ball around. Here's Landy's 3. No good. Ball's on the ground. Camineni finds it. She's had a lot of rebounds, number 2. And now a collision at the baseline. They're going to say it went off of Collins.
All right, so BG brings the ball up here with 2:44 to go.
While we've got some time, we're going to thank our sponsors once more, BCTV and Bedford 105.1. Thanking our underwriters making these broadcasts possible. Here's a shot by Reagan off the mark. Rebound Bedford. Primary Bank, New Hampshire's bank for business. PrimaryBankNH.com. Now here's Ella Allard for 3. That's off.
You got a push in the back there.
The Wicks Insurance Group, serving New Hampshire and the Bedford community with auto, home, life, and business insurance since 1984. TheWicksInsuranceGroup.com. It's going to be an inbound here by Bedford. Camineni.
Foul on Ayla Reagan. Her first.
Interim Healthcare of Manchester, personalizing care to meet your unique health needs. InterimHealthcare.com. Allard down to Collins. Now Landis. Here's a floater, too strong. Out of bounds, it'll be BG ball. Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, your local brokerage boutique. Relationships built on trust. MrsNelsonsNeighborhood.com, and that Mrs. is spelled MRS. And great New Hampshire restaurants. Food tastes better with family. Tbones.com or Copperdoor.com. Thank you very much, our underwriters. Here's Ryu. Across the key. Gets it to Rosario. Back in the game. And now Drapeau tries a 3. That's a little strong. Rebound Collins. Ahead to Laws. Camineni drives the baseline. And she finds Collins all alone. Collins with the bucket. She's got 5 points. 59-29 is the score. Drapeau puts it off the glass too strong. She gets her own rebound back. 1:15 to play. Ryu over to Regan. Gets fouled going to the bucket. She'll go to the line.
That was on Karina.
So Karina, no points for Karina, but a foul to get in the scorebook.
All right.
And Reagan now with a chance for 2 and a chance to get in the scorebook herself. First shot, no good. Second try coming up. Too strong. Another miss. Bedford with the rebound. Coming up on a minute left. Ella Allard.
Yeah, it's a three-pointer.
And that is Ella Allard, number 21. She's got 5. 62-29 now the score. And Allard steals the ball away with 45 seconds.
45 seconds to go.
Here's Collins trying the 3. Rims out. Collins gets her own rebound and then loses it out of bounds. Fighting for the ball. BG gets it back. 35.3 to go. Want to thank our crew on camera, of course. Bill Jennings, Andrew Fenn back in the studio with replays. Molly Top, our halftime correspondent. And you, Bill Carter, doing the color. Appreciate it very much.
It's been a pleasure this evening working with you. Oh,
another 3 for Caden Ryu. She's got 18 points, all 3s, 6 of them tonight. 3 in the first, 3 in the second half. 9 seconds to go. Bedford's going to try one more. That's too strong. Rebound by Rosario. Taken away by Laws. And that will not count because that came after the buzzer.
Nope, that will count.
Oh, it did?
Yep. The official right there gave the sign.
Did you catch who shot that?
I believe it was 21, if I'm not mistaken.
That's Ella Allard. I took my eye off the ball because I thought the game was over, and that's it. So that's going to do it. Your final score, Bedford 64 and BG 32. Thank you for watching and listening to BCTV and Bedford 105.1. I'm Harry Kozlowski. Thank you and good night.